Florida's economy is growing at a pace that's making headlines. And people from all over the world are choosing Florida to pursue the American dream. In fact, by now, we've likely passed New York to become the third most populous state in the nation. Hello, I'm Mark Wilson with the Florida Chamber of Commerce. We are nonpartisan, pro-business, and focused on securing Florida's future. Thank you for a couple minutes of your time. Like you, I have faith in our state, and I believe Florida is moving in the right direction again. We believe if we focus less on the left or the right, or who's right and wrong, and instead have strong faith, protect our freedoms, fight for free enterprise, and focus on policies that support strong families, that America's best days are ahead of us. For many small businesses and families, the news is good. Families are finding greater job opportunities. Florida's education reforms are working. Our housing market is growing stronger. And if Florida was a nation, our economy would rank in the top 20. However, the Florida Chamber's list of accomplishments in Tallahassee is not a guarantee of success. They are simply opportunities for success. There are forces all around us, actively standing in the way of free enterprise and opportunities for families and America's competitiveness. From the latest federal mandates to America's regulatory tsunami, Washington is making America less competitive and is having an impact right here in Florida. Making matters worse, while entrepreneurs are creating jobs for families, out-of-state and special interest groups are working to make Florida more like California and New York. For example, when it comes to building the best education system, the union that claims to represent teachers consistently puts adults ahead of the kids, excuses ahead of the results, and are suing to take away choices and options of low-income students and students with disabilities. The union that represents government workers are the same unions opposing common-sense pension reform. They're making Florida less competitive and hurt the very people they claim to represent. Taxpayers and families are already on the hook for an extra $500 million every year for the next 43 years. When it comes to lawsuit abuse, billboard trial lawyers are exploiting Florida's broken legal system and forcing families to pay a $3,400 lawsuit abuse tax every year. Incredibly, some politicians are following the union playbook and are even calling to eliminate Florida's right-to-work status, proving again that special interests put themselves ahead of what's right for Florida. And when it comes to protecting Florida's environment, no one cares more than the Florida Chamber. Unfortunately, some environmental extremists continue to deploy regulation after regulation to hurt our efforts for smarter growth and protecting the environment as we solve Florida's water challenges. It's almost as if they want Florida to fail. Despite the unlimited resources of special interest groups, their policies of less freedom and less competition have never worked. I have faith in Florida's business community, and like you, I know that free enterprise has created more jobs, more opportunities, and more prosperity for families than any other system in history. While free enterprise is never free, I believe it is one of the key ingredients to winning the future. A future where the solutions we are striving for, like growing the private sector and preparing today's learners to be tomorrow's leaders, and with 6 million new residents and over 100 million visitors on the horizon, the Florida Chamber believes solving our water challenges, meeting our energy needs, and continuing investments in transportation are essential. I believe that Florida's opportunity is nothing short of leading by example and paving the way for America to be that shining city upon the hill. I agree with the Wall Street Journal that the secret to saving the economy is Florida. Looking ahead, we know success is never final. We must continue our focus on securing Florida's future. Our competition is no longer other states. We must capitalize on our state's position as the economic crossroads of the Americas to become the premier hub for trade in this hemisphere. Increasingly, our competition is global, from nations like China, India, Brazil, Mexico, and others. We must fight for education that breaks the cycle of generational poverty and replaces it with opportunities for generational prosperity. We have to do our part to rekindle the spirit of optimism and confidence in the American dream and help families and students face a future that encourages innovation, research and development, and lifelong learning. When it comes to securing Florida's future, the stakes couldn't be higher. We either win the war for free enterprise by growing the private sector and creating jobs and getting government programs, regulations, and unsustainable entitlements out of the way, or we lose it. For those concerned about the harmful influence of special interests and believe in Florida's future, we invite you to join the fight. Those pushing special interest agendas have no vision beyond their own interests. They often seek to take away our freedoms. They put hurdles in the way of free enterprise, and they seek to tear apart strong families. However, I believe in America's future, and I believe in you. The battle for Florida's future continues, and we welcome your support. For those of you who have already joined us in the arena to fight for free enterprise, thank you. Remember, when the Florida Chamber wins, Florida wins.